Language is our spoken, written, or signed words and the ways we combine them to communicate meaning. During speech, our brain and vocal box create air pressure waves and send them banging against someone else's eardrums, transferring our thoughts into their brain. The smallest distinctive sound unit in a language is called a phoneme. There are 869 phonemes in human speech, and no language has all of them. As a rule, consonant phonemes generally carry more meaning than vowel phonemes. The next step in building language is a morpheme, the smallest unit of language that carries meaning. An example would be the pronoun I or the suffix ed. Phonemes and morphemes are guided by the rules of grammar, which is a system of rules in a language that allows us to communicate with others. Semantics are the rules that guide how we derive meaning from morphemes, words, and even sentences. Syntax refers to the rules we use to order words into sentences. The question remains how we develop language. Babies first start off with no words, but as soon as 4 months they can start to distinguish speech sounds. This is the beginning of baby's receptive language. Receptive language is the ability to comprehend speech. This early stage in speech development is referred to as the babbling stage, where babies utter morphemes and phonemes of all sorts of languages. Around month 4, productive language also starts. Productive language being the ability to produce words. Around the time a baby blows out its first birthday candle, they are already entering the one-word stage. The one-word stage is the stage in speech development where children speak only in single words. At around 18 months, children enter the two-word stage, in which they mainly speak in two-word statements. This stage is characterized by telegraphic speech. Telegraphic speech mirrors the language of a telegram, mostly using nouns and verbs. Another big question asked is how we develop language and how language affects our thinking. Benjamin Whorf's hypothesis is that language determines the way we think. So a person from a different culture that speaks a different language thinks differently. An example would be that English has many more words to describe anger than Japanese, making it easier to be angry when you're an English speaker. This is called linguistic determination. The more widely accepted theory is that thinking affects our language, which then in turn affects our thought. Language and thinking are forever intertwined.